Great message to you today, coming again from my friends over at strengththeory.com. Love that website. Go check them out. Author Greg Nuckols, I believe. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, Greg. Great article on, is there a predictable factor towards muscle growth? And this is what I'm all about. I only want to know the dead simple rules of success in fitness. You do X, you're gonna get Y, guaranteed. And there's two ways I look at this, is when you do X, everybody who does X gets Y. And if you're not getting Y, then you never get X. So that's kind of my way of thinking, is if you have a root cause, every time it applies to someone, you should always get a reliable result or a success. And everybody who's got that success has satisfied that root cause. So what he did in this article was he looked at a bunch of things that we think are so damn important for muscle growth. High volume, high weight, high protein diets, time under tension, rest periods, all these things where he's like, okay, so high weight, like there's this science and these studies and these examples where these bodybuilders and these guys, they use high weight and they built muscle. So that's gotta be important. But we've also got these other studies and examples in real life where people didn't do that and they built muscle. Or high volume, you've got to have high volume. Definitely in the literature, these scientific studies have said that volume builds muscle. There are these other examples where low volume built muscle. And that's one of the things that I'm always thinking about. It's like, okay, so you say like high volume builds muscle. You read a study or something, it's like high weight. These guys, built muscle with high weight. That proves that it works, but it doesn't prove that it's necessary. Because I only care about what's necessary. People are always like, how can you say I don't need to do this? It works, it works, it works. I don't give a crap what works. I only care about what's necessary in fitness. So what he's looking at is basically, are all these necessary? Do all of these guarantee results? And can you only get results if you have these things? And basically, after the read, I recommend you check it out, link down below. He's like, look, for everything that we think is so damn important, it's proven that it works, but we haven't proven that you have to have it, because there are definitely examples where people didn't do these things and they're still building muscle. So at the end of the article, he paraphrases, and I'm paraphrasing his paraphrasing. Basically, the number one thing we can rely on is working a muscle makes it grow. If you want to make it grow more, work it more. That's about what it boils down to. We've got all these scientific set schemes and rep schemes and rest periods and periodization and stuff. Bottom line, work it more, man. Work your muscles longer and harder. Work more. And you want more muscle, work it more. One of the big reasons why I'm a big fan of linear periodization. You have a load or a certain exercise, build up the reps. Then after a while, build up the load, build up the reps on that. And your goal is really heavy for a lot of reps. People ask me that all the time. Should I go heavy, low rep, or high rep, low load? I'm like, I want both of them up as high as possible. I want you doing 100 one-arm push-ups with perfect technique. I want you taking your, what used to be your max and warming up with it eventually. If that happens, there's a very good chance you're gonna build a lot of muscle along that range, because I think a lot of times when we're looking for the perfect program, we're just bouncing within what we're already capable of. I can do 100 push-ups on my knees, and I can do, 15 overlap push-ups. So if I keep bouncing my workouts within those capabilities, I'm never gonna get bigger, even though I'm changing my parameters around. You need to grow everything up in order to do that. So work your muscle, build your muscle. You want to build more? Work it more. And that's the bottom line. In the next one, I'm going to share with you the awesome lesson Greg had about that hypertrophy range and everything. Let me know your thoughts down below. Be fit, live free.